In my previous video where I talked about the rise of female superheroes, I explained how they went from damsels in distress to strong, independent, fully formed characters. Today is part 2 of that ongoing series where I name what I think are the top 50 female characters in comic books ever in terms of their impact on the genre. For sake of time, I'll be going through this list very quickly, naming the character, who publishes them, their first appearance in comics, and what actresses play the character outside comics if it's relevant. So welcome back to Comic Power for the Rise of Female Superheroes Part 2. I started the video series in March, which is Women's History Month, so it's a fitting tribute. And just remember, this top 50 is my personal list. Feel free to post your own top 50 or top 10 in the comment section. So enjoy the show, and here we go. Number 50, Big Barda. Part of the New Gods universe created by Jack Kirby. She made her first appearance in comics in Mr. Miracle number 4 in 1971 from DC Comics. Number 49, Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, making her first appearance in comics in Fantastic Four number 1 from 1961 from Marvel Comics. In live action, she was played by Jessica Alba, and in a reboot by Kate Mara. Number 48, Lunella Lafayette, also known as Moon Girl. She makes her first appearance in comics in Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 1 from 2015 from Marvel Comics, and she's voiced by Diamond White in a Disney Plus animated series of the same name. Number 47, Forever Carlyle, first appearing in Lazarus number 1 from Image Comics. First published in 2013, she's the lead character of a bloody dystopian future. Number 46 is Katana, making her first appearance in comics in The Brave and the Bold number 200 in 1983. In live action, she was played by Karen Fukuhara in the Suicide Squad movie from 2016. Number 45, Lady Mechanika from Bonita's Production. She's a steampunk-inspired character that's like Sherlock Holmes meets Frankenstein, making her first appearance in comics in Lady Mechanika number 0 in 2010 from Aspen Publishing. Number 44, Maika Halfwolf, making her first appearance as the lead character in Monstrous number 1 from Image Comics in 2015, a sci-fi high-fantasy horror story that's won 6 Eisners and counting. Number 43, Red Sonja, the she-devil with a sword. She made her first appearance in Conan the Barbarian number 32 in 1973. She was played by Bridget Nielsen in a live-action movie in 1985, which isn't that good. An attempted reboot starring Rose McGowan didn't make it out of development, which is a real shame because people want to see this character updated in live action. Number 42, Jessica Jones, making her first appearance in comics in Alias number 1 from 2001 from Marvel Comics. She appeared in live action played by the actress Kristen Ritter in her own Netflix web series and is a member of the Defenders. Number 41, Medusa, the Queen of the Inhumans. She made her first appearance in comics in The Fantastic Four number 36 in 1965. She was played by Serinda Swan in the failed Inhumans project. Number 40, Mera, the Queen of Atlantis, first appearing in Aquaman number 11 back in 1963 from DC Comics. She's portrayed in live-action movies by the controversial Amber Heard. Number 39, Silver Sable, first appearing in Spider-Man 265 back in 1985. Come on, Marvel, you gotta give me this character in live action. Where are you waiting on? Number 38, Miss America, also known as America Chavez, making her first appearance in comics in Vengeance number 1 in 2011 from Marvel Comics. A rising star and played in live action by Jai Soto Gomez. Number 37, Zatanna, making her first appearance in comics in Hawkman number 4 in 1964 from DC Comics. She appeared in live action in Smallville played by Serinda Swan, the same actress that played Medusa. Number 36, Kate Bishop, aka the new Hawkeye, making her first appearance in Young Avengers number 1 in 2005 from Marvel Comics. She's played by Holly Stanfield in the MCU. Number 35, Raven, making her first appearance in DC Comics Presents number 26 in 1980. She's played in live action in the Titans web series by Tegan Croft. Number 34, Misty Knight, first appearing in Marvel Premiere number 21 in 1975. And she appeared in live action played by the actress Simone Missick, appearing in both Luke Cage and the Defenders web series. Number 33, Angela, the Spawn Killer, first appeared in Spawn issue number 9 in 1993. After a long lawsuit between Todd McFarlane and Neil Gaiman, the character now belongs to Marvel Comics, who doesn't seem to know what to do with her, and that's just a shame. Number 32, Nubia from the Wonder Woman universe, and the newly crowned Queen of the Amazons, making her first appearance in Wonder Woman 204 in 1973 from DC Comics. They didn't give her enough to do in the past, but now she's ready. Number 31, Josie Schuller, the Lady Killer, a 1960s housewife by day, contract killer at night, making her first appearance in comics in Lady Killer number 1 from Dark Horse Comics in 2015. Number 30, Monica Rambeau. This character made her first appearance calling herself Captain Marvel in Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16 in 1982. Currently known as Photon, she made her first live action appearance in WandaVision, also appearing in Captain Marvel 2, also known now as The Marvels. Number 29, Domino, making her first appearance in comics in New Mutants number 98 in 1991. The actual real Domino first appears in X-Force number 11 from 1992 from Marvel Comics. Her origin is weird because comics are just like that. She's played in live action by Zazie Beetz, a part of the Deadpool live action movie universe. Number 28, Kamala Khan, the new Miss Marvel. She makes her first full appearance as Miss Marvel in Marvel Point 1 from 2014. She's played in live action by Aman Vanali, who's the star of her own web series on Disney+. Number 27, Supergirl, first appearing in Action Comics number 252 in 1959 from DC Comics. There's some very strange and complicated continuity about this character, but she's been a very important character in the DC universe for decades. Her most recent live action appearance was by Melissa Benoist on the CW. Number 26, Elektra, making her first appearance in Daredevil 168 in 1981 from Marvel Comics. This deadly assassin was created by Frank Miller, and she was played in live action very effectively by Elodie Young in her Daredevil Netflix appearances. Number 25, Riri Williams, also known as Ironheart, making her first appearance in Invincible Iron Man number 7 in 2016. Now her stock is rising very fast. She made her live action debut played by Dominique Thorne in Wakanda Forever, and also starring in her own Disney Plus web series. Number 24, She-Hulk, making her first appearance in The Savage She-Hulk number 1 in 1979 from Marvel Comics. She was played in live action by Tatiana Maslany in a Disney Plus web series. Number 23, Shuri, the Princess of Wakanda. She makes her first appearance in comics in Black Panther number 2 in 2005. She's played by Letitia Wright in live action in the Black Panther franchise. She became Black Panther temporarily in the comics, but looks like she may be permanent in the movies. Number 22, Jubilee, making her first appearance in comics in X-Men 244 in 1989 from Marvel Comics. She's one of the highest profile Asian superheroes. She was played in live action by Lana Condor, and Fox didn't give her anything to do in the Age of Apocalypse film, and I'm big mad about that. Number 21, Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. This version of this character made her first appearance in comics in The Edges of Spider-Verse number 2 in 2014. She was called Spider-Woman in the comics and then Ghost Spider, but Spider-Gwen just stuck. And she's voiced by Holly Stanfield in the Spider-Verse animated films. She stays busy, doesn't she? Poison Ivy, making her first appearance in comics in Batman 181 from DC Comics in 1966. Unfortunately, this character has not appeared in live-action movies since the Uma Thurman campy Batman 1990s movies, which is completely inexplicable, but she's owned by Warner Brothers, so do the math. Number 19, Psylocke from Marvel Comics, one of the weirdest, most confusing backstories in the history of comics, and trying to explain her first appearance is too disjointed for the format of this video. But she was played very impressively by Olivia Munn in a live-action movie, The Age of Apocalypse. This character has one of the most iconic designs and power sets in comics ever. Number 18, Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, first appearing in Detective Comics number 359 in 1967. Multiple writers over the years have done a great job of giving this character her own flair and storylines coming out of the Batman universe, making her a very strong and unique standalone character. Leslie Grace was cast to play this character in a live-action movie, but this is Warner Brothers we're talking about. You know they had to cancel that. Competence is against the law over there. Number 17, Gamora, the deadliest woman in the galaxy and the adopted daughter of Thanos, making her first appearance in comics in Strange Tales 180 in 1975 from Marvel Comics. Played extremely well in live action by Zoe Saldana in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, making this character become a household name after being pretty obscure outside comics. Number 16, Felicia Hardy, also known as the Black Cat, making her first appearance in Spider-Man 194 in 1979. The Black Cat is the Spider-Man, but Catwoman is the Batman. The character was played by Felicity Jones in live action, who did not get a chance to suit up as the Black Cat because they didn't make a third Garfield Spider-Man film. Number 15, Magic, making her first appearance in Giant Size X-Men number 1 from 1975 in Marvel Comics. She's the younger sister of the X-Men Colossus. She's the most prominent member of the New Mutants and known for that iconic oversized sword. She was played by Anya Taylor-Joy in the live-action New Mutants movie. Number 14, Starfire, out of the Teen Titans universe, making her first appearance in comics in DC Comics Presents number 26 in 1980. She's played in live action in the Titans web series by Anna Jop, who's done a very good job with the character. Number 13, Laura Kinney, also known as X-23, making her first appearance in NYX number 3 in 2004 from Marvel Comics. Her origin is a female clone of Wolverine, but she's become her own standalone character. She was played by Daphne Keane in the live-action Logan movie in 2017. She was just 12 years old at the time she made the movie. Now she's 18 years old at the time I make this video. And hopefully she reprises her role in the MCU because she was made for this. Number 12, Emma Frost, aka the White Queen, part of the inner circle of the Hellfire Club. She's an incredibly powerful mutant telepath, and she made her first appearance in comics in X-Men 129 in 1980 from Marvel Comics. She's also the host of the annual Hellfire Gala. She was played in live action by January Jones in the X-Men First Class film. Number 11, Mystique. This shapeshifter is a militant mutant. She made her first appearance in comics in Miss Marvel number 16 in 1978 from Marvel Comics. She was the leader of the 2.0 version of the Brotherhood of Mutants. She was originally played by Rebecca Ramon in the first X-Men startup, and then played by Jennifer Lawrence in the reboot. Number 10, Carol Danvers, the character now known as Captain Marvel, making her first appearance in comics in Marvel Superheroes number 13 in 1968 from Marvel Comics. She became Miss Marvel in Miss Marvel number 1 from 1977. She now has the tagline of Earth's Mightiest Hero, upgrading to Captain Marvel in 2012. In live action, she's played by Brie Larson in headliner film that smashed box office records by being the first female headliner action film to gross over $1 billion at the box office. Number 9, Tank Girl, making her first appearance in comics in an ongoing comic strip in Deadline the Magazine in 1988. The highest ranking indie on my list, currently being published by Titan Comics. A wacky take about women surviving in a post-apocalyptic Australia, but told in a wacky over-the-top adventure. Think Mad Max meets Bugs Bunny. She broke the fourth wall and had plenty of zany adventures, and she was doing this way before Deadpool or She-Hulk ever thought about it. The character was played by Laura Petty in a failed 1995 attempt at making this to a movie. I think someone should give this a shot at making this an adult animated series. Number 8, Rogue, the Untouchable Mutant, making her first appearance in Avengers Annual number 10 in 1981. She was already a cult favorite in the comics, but she became an icon with the release of the X-Men animated series in 1992. And with the Jim Lee redesign, she had a huge role in this series. They eventually married this character off the Gambit. She was played in the live-action X-Men movies by Anna Paquin. And I made another video about who I think should play her in the MCU reboot. Link in the description. Number 7, Natasha Romanova, aka the Black Widow, making her first appearance in Tales of Suspense number 52 in 1964. It's pronounced Romanoff in the MCU, where she was played by Scarlett Johansson, a founding Avenger and an ass-kicking mercenary spy. Let's face it, in her debut, she looked like Natasha from Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle, but she got the redesign that we know today fighting Spider-Man, and we just love it. Number 6, Wanda Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch, making her first appearance in X-Men number 4 in 1964 from Marvel Comics, alongside her brother Pietro, also known as Quicksilver. And she's played to near perfection in the MCU by Elizabeth Olsen, and headlining the WandaVision web series, one of the most ambitious sci-fi projects ever. And we're watching her dark turn into madness, and we're just loving every minute of it. Hopefully we'll get that House of M storyline in the MCU. Can't wait. Number 5, Jean Grey, originally known as Marvel Girl, making her first appearance in comics in X-Men number 1 in 1963 and a founding member of the X-Men. She's the central character of what I think is the most important storyline in comics history, the Phoenix Saga, where she's upgraded to the Phoenix and then Dark Phoenix. And the love triangle between her, Cyclops, and Wolverine keeps us coming back for more. She is an Omega level mutant and always in the thick of everything. She was played in live action by Famke Janssen and Sophie Turner in the reboot. Number 4, Catwoman, a Batman universe character, but clearly can stand on her own, making her first appearance way back in 1940 in Batman number 1 from DC Comics. And she just has this thing for tight leather whips and robbing people. And being that femme fatale who sort of like Batman's kryptonite. Numerous different women have played this character in live action, but most recently, Zoe Kravitz in The Batman in 2022. An absolutely iconic household name, but loved character. Number 3, Harley Quinn, who rose up from a throwaway character on the Batman animated series to an absolute icon. Her first appearance in all media is that animated series. Her first appearance in comics is issue 12 of that adapted comic series to the animated series from DC Comics in 1993. The character has developed into some type of hyperbolic Looney Tune horror story, like the zany ethos of Tank Girl meets the wackiness of I Love Lucy meets the insanity of A Clockwork Orange. And although coming out of the world of Joker, she's become her own standalone character, absolutely. In the Suicide Squad comic, she's written like a gritty, insane horror story. In rated R, in her own comic, she's more written like a PG-13 slapstick character. She's played by Margot Robbie, who was born to play this role in live action. And in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker universe, she's going to be played by Lady Gaga. The animated series where they make her an open LGBTQ character is absolutely hilarious and critically acclaimed. She's an amazing, adaptable character that's a Harley for everyone. Number 2, Aurora Monroe, aka the Weather Witch, aka Storm, making her first appearance in Giant Size X-Men number 1 from 1975 from Marvel Comics. The daughter of a Kenyan tribal princess, she's an Omega level mutant. She became the team's field commander, a surrogate mom to new recruits like Kitty Pryde, queen of the Morlocks after defeating Callisto in battle, temporarily Queen of Wakanda after marrying Black Panther, and became iconic outside of comics because of the animated series. In live action, she was played by Halle Berry in the first run, and in the reboot, Alexander Shipp. I've gone into extensive detail at my channel explaining how I was very disappointed in both the casting and how they depowered the character and made her so unimportant. So just like with Rogue, I made a top 10 list of who I think they should consider for playing Storm when they reboot it for the MCU. The Weather Goddess also ranks number 2 of my top black characters of all time. Link in the description. All hail the Weather Goddess, Storm. And now to number 1 on the list. It shouldn't be any surprise, it's Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, making her first appearance in comics in All-Star Comics number 8 in 1941, getting her first feature in Sensation Comics number 1 in 1942, and her own ongoing title as well called Wonder Woman in 1942. This character literally wrote the book on how to have a strong female protagonist in comics, portrayed in live action in a TV show in the 1970s by Linda Carter, and now most recently in live action movies by Gal Gadot. This character is not only just the most famous female character in comics, but she's one of the big 4 Mount Rushmore characters along with Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. The fact that it took to 2016 to get her in a live action movie for the first time is completely ridiculous. But better late than never. The 2017 movie was excellent. Wonder Woman 1984 was not, but the character is strong enough to overcome a bad outing. All hail Princess Diana, she's the greatest. Thank you for watching. I keep trying to make shorter videos, but I just can't do it because I have so much to say. What you're seeing right now is a recap of what I think are the top 50 female characters of all time according to Comic Power. Be sure to go in the comment section and list your top 50, your top 20, your top 10, or whatever you want to list. If you missed it, see part 1 of this video, in which I explain how female superheroes went from the weakest to the strongest by becoming full-fledged 3-dimensional characters, and not just a stereotypical damsel in distress or weakest member of the team. Until next time, this is Comic Killer 72 for Comic Power, asking you to subscribe and saying bye-bye.